Right, so Vitamix washed and cleaned, and we've poured our almond, which has been soaking for 3 or 4 days. It's fine to soak almond or cashew for up to 3 weeks. What you do need to do is to pour off the water on a daily basis and put in clean water every day so that it doesn't go off. So we've got our clean water for today, and I'm about to put it on the base of the Vitamix power motor. And now, as usual, we're about to switch on. There you go. I think that should be done. Jason has given you some added bonus by giving you some extra information. Okay. Right. Doing almond milk requires a bit more work, just as beautiful to look at. Very frothy, beautiful and white. However, you may notice browner bits. And of course that is to do with the almond skin. I've never bothered about not using the skin of the almond. It's fine, it makes it more authentic. Okay? Right, I'm about to bring that there. Now, if I ask Jason to stay there just for a minute, and I will do the hard bit, which requires a sieve and my bottle. Okay, I'll use a jug. In fact, I will use the container. Okay. Right. This is the fun bit. In fact, I won't use my bottle, I will use that. And I started earlier. This is what the trash would look like. And you can use this to make biscuits or cakes. And of course it could have been pressed a bit harder. It's a bit wet still, so there's lots of milk in there. That's what I'm about to do. You can use a muslin piece of material for this, which I often do, but I think I got this sieve, this particular sieve, which is excellent, when I bought my nut milk maker 2 years ago. So as you can see, very thick, very creamy, and obviously wonderful, a lot better than anything that we can ever get in the shops. But I know what it means to be busy and lack of time. So you kind of dance the spoon around the sieve. Make sure it's a good one. I've got different sizes, and this is the perfect one for press, etc., etc., etc. Yes, it does require some time, and as I said, yeah, there is a lot of milk still left in here, and I don't like to waste it. For almonds, you can go to your nearest Turkish shop. There's also a company online called Buy Whole Foods Online, where you can get it organic, and you can get raw organic nuts of all sorts. I think like 1 kilo starts from possibly, I don't know, over £10. It is cheaper at the Turkish shop. Sometimes when I'm doing mass production, I will get it there. It's a lot cheaper. If I'm doing stuff and I can afford it, most of the time I like to get the organic, the real stuff, but it's raw. It's lovely. And actually I had my student come over on Sunday, and because the nuts had been soaking for a while, she tasted them because they're very plump when they're soaked, and I don't particularly like dry nuts, but I love almonds when they are wet, when they're soaked. I can sit and eat a few of them. Apparently a few does you really good. Yeah, my husband just reminded me, why do we soak nuts? Apparently, I'm not going to remember the full story, but excuse my white hands, I can see that. There is a chemical in there, I can't remember the name of it, that can be poisonous, that comes in nuts. And therefore we need to soak it so that we can remove that and we can get the best. And I think the chemical does inhibit the nutrients that we need from the nuts. So when you eat it dry and stuff like that, it's not easily digested. But when you soak it, it actually, it's not easily digested, and as Jason said, it makes you a bit windy. But when you do soak it, it's like beans in that respect. When you soak it, and like I said, you can soak it up to 3 days. It's lovely, it's wonderful, it's soft, and I prefer it like that. So when you soak it, it enables digestion to take place. Just got a bit more left on the almond. This is not my favourite milk to make, honestly. And obviously you'll see why. Well, you can see why. Beautiful and lovely, but it's not my favourite simply because I don't always have the time to do this. I will show you which one is my favourite, and you may guess because it's the last one. Now actually, before I totally finish with the almond, I'm going to do something extra that I like to do with almond milk for you. So those of you who are good at baking, I used to be, but I'm too lazy now. I said that. Said it on camera. Don't have the time. However, could have put it in the dehydrator. I think they tried something like that in the past, but I do keep it for a while. In fact, I think I'm going to set up my hubby to bake something with it because he loves this. He loves the trash. He doesn't like me to waste any of it. So why don't we just call that quits? There's a cream for now. And yes, I'll tell you, the second part will be how Jason made something out of this. Now what I'm going to do, just ask Jason to keep the camera there, and I'm coming back to do something wonderful, which is to give you some sweet almond. So I may need to do a slight rinse to get rid of the trash from the jug. And this is really thick, guys. And what I love about almond milk as well is that if I put that in the fridge, it gets all creamy and thick and nice. Not as creamy and thick as my cashew milk, but it does get like that. So medjool dates that you saw before, these have also been soaking for the same time. These were from in soak. These you do not change the water. You just need to use it within 2 weeks or something before they go off. And these are very expensive, so you can't afford to waste. So this is how we used to cheat. And I'm glad I can say used to, because to be honest, we don't add, I was saying to my student, we don't really add dates anymore, do we, sweet? To our smoothies. So I've placed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Jason can show you in there. But if you're starting out with green smoothies, and as you start out, then, oh yes, I need to make you something green as well, but I'll do that in a minute. If you're starting out and you're not sure, I guess it's easier for you to require sweetener. And so the sweetener, the date. Might be a bit sweet, so I'm actually going to give this to a lady for her daughter today, so I'll make it nice and sweet. And dates are wonderful for you. As I normally say, guilt-free sweetener. And what I do like to do with my dates as well, with my almond milk, I do dress it up a bit. So let me use a spoon to measure its date. Okay, you saw the cinnamon stick before. This is cinnamon stick that I did in the Vitamix. Just adding a bit. This cinnamon is awesome. Oh, it's the real thing. It's organic. It comes from India. It's lovely. It's not like the ones that you get in the shop. Sri Lanka. And it's awesome. Lovely. Now you can add your spices, as I'm doing. Nutmeg, vanilla. I won't be adding any nutmeg, and this vanilla smells awesome. Real stuff. Vanilla paste.
If you guys could smell this cinnamon right now.
Yeah, the cinnamon. And the beauty about the cinnamon is that this cinnamon is really sweet. So what we have found is that when we do our shakes or smoothies in the morning, if we add, or like say we do porridge, we normally blend a banana and cashew, and when we do that with a bit of cinnamon, everything comes up really sweet. So we don't need to take. So right now I'm about to blend your, I know this is going to be a bit sweet, but because of the thickness of the almond milk, the constituents, she said, we can add water after. Okay, so here goes. Noise. Well, I just thought that we actually didn't do, you know, what everybody else does, the taste and said, with the hemp milk, and we should have done that. But we're definitely going to do it with the almond milk. Yes, the colour has changed slightly. It is brown, simply because we've added the almond. So, the bottle. Yes. This is the bit my husband absolutely hates. He hates being the guinea pig to taste stuff. So here goes. Look at that. I can only imagine. Now we'll find out from Jason. Shall I take the camera? We'll find out from him whether it's too sweet. Sweet. So if it's really sweet, we want you to go with a high pitch. If it's not too sweet, you go If it's not sweet, That is disgusting. He's deliberately not showing his face on the camera because I don't like showing my face on the camera.
Oh wow.
There you go. How is it, babe?
That's not too sweet.
It's not too sweet? Is it near perfection in terms of sweetness, or
Yeah.
it would be good? What do you think?
Mhm.
Well, there's a little more. I heard a grunt, so I'll taste it. No, I'm camera shy.
That is really nice.
Is it?
Mhm.
He said it's really, with a capital real.
Really nice.
Brilliant. Mm. Oh, No, seriously, folks. Seriously, folks. Seriously, that is the one. Oh, delightful. I really don't know if my sister's going to get this bottle today, because it's perfect. I can't pour any more out of it. It's going to look a bit, you know? Okay. 2 down. 2 more.